Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This one's gonna be on a game called Metal Fakk2. This is an older game that has issues. Well, not really issues. It's something that's easily fixable. But with this video, I'm gonna show you how to download HD texture for it to make the game look really nice. Also, a couple of tips on how to get it running up to speed. This is a game that was based off the Quake 3 engine, and for some reason on modern computers, most people have issues when they launch the game through the regular executable. It has frame stutters, so we're going to show you how to get rid of that and also update the textures on it, and also get a HUD fix on it so the images look properly on the upper left and upper right hand side. If you do over 1980 by 10 or 1920 by 1080, you'll be able to scale the HUD properly so it looks better. So let's go ahead and get started. Open up your browser. You're going to navigate to the links that I put in the description for you. This is the link for the fix for the HUD. What I'm going to do is show you this is how it would look with the fix. As you can see on the screenshot there, you can see the upper left and the upper right, items a lot clearer, they're sharper, they're bigger. And then if you do it standard, it's going to look like this. So as you can see, they're smaller. So that would be an advantage of having that installed. Now you do need to register to be able to download this. So it's super easy. Just click the register button, go ahead and register. I mean, it's also a benefit because they have a ton of mods on here. I've gotten stuff on here for Doom, Quake. So there's a lot of things available on here so that, it wouldn't merit you signing up for it. So once you have that downloaded, we're going to go to this one here. This is the retextured pack. We will go right down here to where it says download. You're going to head and download that to your computer. I won't do so if I have already done so. So once you have that, try and have the two folders open, one on the left with the files you downloaded and the other file that contains the game itself. So we're going to go ahead and maneuver to those folders right now. Now for the usual scenarios, I won't tell you where to download the game from. It's very easy to find on the internet. So let's get started here. So once you have the game started, you're going to go ahead and maneuver to both folders. So you're going to have the folder that has the game, the folder that has the files we just downloaded. Now with this one, since all the files that are going to be extracted are going to go into the same folder, it is okay to go ahead and just right click on this one and this one and just put them all in the same folder. You could double click on this and install it. It is in a foreign language, so it might throw you off. So just extracting the files would be probably easier for you because all you're going to end up with this, is this stuff anyway. So go ahead and select A, copy all of those, Control C, and you're going to go ahead and paste that into the folder that says FAK. It needs to go in this one. If you put it in the other folder, it will not work. I'm just going to overwrite my files to show you. But you're going to go ahead and extract those all into that folder. Now it may take a few seconds because it is a lot of files. So we'll just go ahead and fast forward. All right, now that we got that finished, we're going to go ahead and maneuver to that folder. Now there is two things on here that need to be edited. What I'm going to do to make it super easy for you guys is I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the text from the autoexec and the config file into the description. So literally, are you going to run the game one time? It's going to generate the config file. So for your autoexec, you want to make sure you go here. You could literally just change these two items down here for your resolution. So you'd set the, the width here and the height here. You want to put this on because I'm pretty sure that fixes the issue with the v-syncing. So like I said, easiest case scenario is once you have your files on here, you've run the game one time, you have your config. You're just going to go to, the description, just copy this and just completely, select all on yours and then paste everything in there. That way you don't have to go line by line. I mean, it's only 3 changes you're going to make, but, it's easier to cut and paste anyway. Then you do the same thing with the config file. The config file does have 2 edits on there, which are C bar. So these 2 entries here will help you to set the distance to as far as possible with these 2 lines. So these are the ones that are added. But like I said, I'm gonna put the the text for you, so you can just cut and paste it in the config file itself. So we're done with that. So what we're going to do now is the files are in here. So we're going to go ahead and run the game. Now, just a heads up, it may stutter a little bit because it does have an HD pack on there, and I am also recording. But I can actually run this game without the software running in the background for making the video. It does run at 4096 by 2160, so that all depends on your computer. Keep in mind, again, this file right here, this one here, if you're running the game at 1080 or 1920 by 1080, you may or may not need this. They may the 2 items on the upper left and upper right might look a little bit too big. If it does, you can remove this. If you do go above 1920 by 1080, you're probably going to want to leave that on, as it'll scale the those 2 items a little bit bigger, so they're easier to view on the screen. So let's go ahead and launch that and take a look at what it looks like with the texture pack. Quick edit here to the video. If your game does stutter, you want to rename the regular executable to Quake 3 and use that one to launch the game. So keep in mind, this is 1920 by 1080, and with this alone, you'll be able to see the big difference. As you can see, the 2 items on the upper left and upper right do look a little bit big. So that's why I was saying, if you're going to run it at this, you can go ahead and bypass those because it'll probably still look decent on the screen, but you can go ahead and keep them. It's all up to you. So before I close out this video, what I'm going to do real quick is go ahead and show you what the game would look like in 1920 by 1080, a regular screenshot of it. And it would look like this with a regular screenshot, or the regular resolution 1920 by 1080. And then this is what it would look like with the HD pack texture installed. So you can see the difference on how it looks, which, like I said, is way, way better. So we are done with this video. You guys go ahead and enjoy that game. Go ahead and take a look for it. Like I said, it's super easy to find. Go ahead and apply those changes and you'll be able to play the game with no issues. Now, one quick note for me. The game defaults to 90 frame rates per second. If you are not able to get your monitor to sync to that 90 frames per second, it's gonna tell you it's hidden now. If you have any software to do the FPS, it might not look super smooth because if you're running at a different frame rate on your the monitor, it's not going to sync 100%, so it may look a little bit, you might get like that little blur effect when you turn, even though you're hitting the frame rate. Now, if you do go over 1920 by 1080, when I did that on mine, the games was able to sync at a solid 60 and stay at 60. So that might also be an option for you. It might be hit or miss. It just depends on your computer. All right, so you guys have a good day. We will see you on the next video.